yeah. Grinding like I'm on a timer. Every move a new assignment. Never ask for hand-me-downs. I built the throne that I recline it, and came from moments with my pockets on E. Nobody checking on me, but I stay plotting heavy. Cooking game that wasn't free. Man, I gave more than I kept. That's the leader thing in me. I pour knowledge, feed the fan. Still remain a humble beast. I don't flex, I just work. I don't brag, I convert. All that trauma from the past, give me mileage for the turf. All that noise people talk, I'm too locked to get hurt. All that doubt just hit the filter. Now I'm sharper with my work. And my daughter see the fight, see the grind, see the rise. I'm the father that I prayed for when I didn't have a God. I'm the man that I became through the nights I nearly died. But I never backed down. I adapted, then I thrived. Yeah, I've been running through the pain like a mission, like a vision, like a prophecy with discipline. I'm sculpted by the friction and the losses in the distance. Every dream I ever whispered came alive from my persistence, and the hunger in my stomach that was louder than resistance. I'm all resistance. I'm the quiet storm form. I'm the king they ignore. I'm the work ethic force. It's in a world full of noise. I'm the echo of the nights, and nobody heard my voice. Now they call me like scripture. Every time I make a choice, made for this car, for the grind and the shift. Built from the mud with a heart that don't quit. Still give game like a gift. Still serve when I live. Still thank God for the wins, cause I know what it is to be lost, to be broke, to be holding on hope, to be drowning in a way that could break grown folks. But I rose, they staying close to the...
Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Oh man, can you hear me? Can you see me? Just make sure I'm good. Okay. All right, I think I'm good. All right, give me a 1 in the chat if you hear me and see me. I just woke up from I got home and I crashed. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to trade. So I actually missed a trade trying to like log in and get things set up. But you know, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and then snooze. Get rid of those alerts. Got a 1. Okay. So essentially, y'all, what I'm about to do, I'm just about to hop on to a trade and see if I can find something good. And then we can chop it up a little bit as well. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead. I've already missed an entry. My entry was right here at 118. Now we have a technically. Hold on. I'm going MNQ on this. And then I'm going to be doing one contract because I'm in the middle of, I'm not going to trade right now. I'm going to wait because my move has already happened. Kind of upset. No, I'm not upset. It is what it is. But on the 1 minute, we have a intraday demand kind of forming here. So that's pretty nice to see. 45 second, kind of the same deal. I'm super chill right now, y'all, because I had a very long day. On top of trying to communicate with everybody here, it's been a lot. But this is unprompted. I just said, you know what, I'm going to trade, and I'm just going to invite everybody. I was just going to do it for the Leviathans, but it's so short notice, we probably would only had Spark 40 show up. so I just like, you know what, let's just get everybody in here. Yeah, I'm kind of upset. I'm not upset, but, you know, a little salty because I wanted to catch this move here. But now I have to be patient and make sure you can see my screen. Yeah, now I have to be patient and wait for my moment. So let's go here. Yeah, so now that's my other key level that we're approaching. And let's see here. Let me go back to my chart. All right. So what I'm paying attention to right now is as we approach this level, do we have bullish momentum? And we do, but we got to cut through it Otherwise, we're gonna retrace here. So we were rejected. We're above the volume. The VWAP, but we have bullish momentum, and we don't see any buy or sellers kind of stepping in here. So I'm gonna hop into a trade. Oops, hold on, that was the wrong one. Oh, one of these accounts got blown. So I got in, and this is a 20 copy trade account. You just won't see it, but we're doing good. So from a points perspective, that's 16 points. So it's pretty solid. So for here, my plan is to let this ride. Now this could come back and bite me, but my stop loss is 14375 confirmation below this level. So until we actually do that, I'm just gonna stay in this position. Now, if we're paying attention to QVP, like I see that we have a sell side POC here, so we have aggressive sellers. So I do expect some retracement, but we'll see if they hold up. So that was a pretty decent move. And hold up. So I was just told something just now that we did not confirm above my level. So this is going to get tightened up, right? And then I'm going to flip my bias. I'm going to pay attention. So does this candle confirm below my level? One thing's for sure, we did not confirm above the level. So, and we are in a downtrend. So technically, we're not validated to the upside. So if this comes around, then I'm gonna have to flip my bias. That's all. I'm tightening the stop loss too, if it allows me to. This might be a flip. I'm waiting. Now, if we have bullish momentum back through that level, I might add another contract, but again, there's no confirmation yet. Yep, okay. Only thing that's confirmed is that we didn't confirm above. And I don't know how I got kicked out right there. It didn't even touch my level. Oh, it jumped. So that's an $11 L as of right now. All right, one of these is a blown account that I gotta be. So this is gonna be a tight one. And if it knocks me, then that means I'm chopped right here, and I just need to wait, and I'm fine. 143. So I got it at 145. If it kicks me, then that's fine. Then I'm just at chop right now until I confirm. We're hanging above VWAP right now, but it's flat. So we're kind of neutral. And technically, we have a bullish bias now because we're above this level within my trading zone. So my first win, you know, I'm trying to get better. That's why I'm trading these micros, because I'm trying to get better at letting these plays like kind of run. But technically, when I'm like in the middle of a move, I probably should have just taken my profits or tightened the stop loss right away when it was up here. And the moment I start to see wicking, because I knew that it didn't confirm above my level quite yet, and it hasn't confirmed above or below. All I know is that it's not confirmed above. Therefore, this is retracement, quote unquote, until I get a candle that closes above here. And it looks like we have more momentum. Let's see, is this bullish? Chop. We're chopped up. And this is a weird pattern right here too. So this is just chop. Neutral. So buyers were having a hard time pushing up, and now we're kind of living behind this, below this level for now. But we don't have solid candles anywhere. It's just wicks. So that just means that there's a lot of indecision, which tells me that we're going to retrace because we failed to push up. But which we're retracing right now. I'm going to tighten my stop. I learned my lesson the first time. And then we have this level at 137. So that's where my stop is, at 137. And then because that's the top of like a little demand zone right there. So if we break back up, then great, whatever. But it looks like I'm going to do within 5 as far as my stop loss. Rolling 10 now. All right, stopped out. So I'm positive right now. I made up for my previous loss. So right now, I did what I had to do. But now I'm paying attention to see if we run up to retest a supply zone right here. And if we reject, then it tells me that we have more selling off to do. So I'm just paying attention right now. So we're pushing, but we don't have the volume, the momentum with it. So as right now, this is a retracement. And I just missed an entry. Let's see if we can pop back up. Yep. I'm on a 45-second time frame. All right, come on, give me a clean setup. So we're rejecting. $14 seconds for this candle to close. I'm gonna be patient and wait for this candle to close. But it does look like it could come down because we're getting further away from my entry. The key level at 143.75. But so good thing I waited to short. So now we're paying attention. So now we need a candle to close. I'd rather see like a doji or something right now happen here, and not just a sell off entirely. But we're not getting that. We're getting a bullish push. We're touching the top of a supply zone on the 45-second time frame. Let's go to the 1 minute. As of right now, I'm still not touching this for the upside. Not until I get confirmation above. If we wick back below, then it just tells me that we're still not confirming. We are getting bullish momentum. We have 14 seconds left on this clock. We have a lot of absorption, but not a lot of aggressive buyers right here. And we're about to hit another wall coming up here. Let me go to the 5 minute. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So now we have a buy side imbalance. So we have to see kind of what happens with this candle. Now, if this candle is like a doji or something like that, then it's not confirmed, right? We're trying to see if we can get a solid candle to close above this level. And if we break back below this and don't wick, then I'm probably just going to hop in with a really tight stop loss. I gotta look off my screen real quick. One of these is blown though, and I need to uncheck it. I did have a bad day yesterday, and I did blow a account. This is okay. Here we go. All right, I'm back into. I've tried to get to a short. Okay. So because of where I am, 143. So I'm gonna say 145 is gonna be my stop loss. And I'm not confirmed below this level. I just know I'm not confirmed above it. So because of that, I'm hopping into this play to the downside just for now. Now, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out, but this is just, it's what I'm seeing. And then this can be seen as a double top. But again, we're not confirmed below or above right now. I need to see a rejection here, not a pump. And yeah, they got me. Hold up. Probably gonna get me one more time. Overall, this is bullish, right? But again, we're failing to confirm above a level where I am. So that's why I'm looking more short than bullish until we confirm above here. We're starting to see some aggressive buyers pop in. So that's a sign, but still. Where's my EMAs? 45-second. Yeah, so now we got chop. We've been in chop though. So we had an increase in selling pressure. I'm trying to catch this, but it's probably just going to ricochet back. But it's a tight move though. So 143, 145 is my stop loss. And then, yeah, 145.50 should be my stop loss. Yeah. Yeah. So 3 strikes, I'm out on this one. So now what I need to do to recover, because I'm not down bad or anything like that, because I'm playing micros for a reason. Now I need to kind of zoom out. Again, we didn't have confirmation either which way. So what I was doing was a gamble, right? Because pretty much I seen us get rejected as we crossed the level, right? So we didn't confirm above. So that just tells me that we're not really bullish fully. So we did catch a move to the downside, and then we just got caught up in the chop. So again, though, we pop up, we have a doji candle at the top here right above this level. So again, it's indicating that we're not confirmed above. But now we're getting there. So at this moment, what I need to see is set up like some bullish momentum and then a bottom wick to kind of take us up. If I don't see it, then I can't get into it, because then it'll be too far away from my entry, and then holding it for that long would just be disastrous. So, but let's see, was there signs that I was muted. So sorry. Hopefully y'all, dude, y'all probably didn't hear anything I was saying. God, I'm sorry. I was talking through the entire thing. That's messed up. He's in the zone. God, he's locked in. Weatherman rails in the storm. Weak. I'm sorry, Queen. Is that brood? Okay, I'm gonna talk about all of the stuff. Right? God, I feel bad. I see demand. I can follow the 1 minute I have to breathe. I try running a couple. Okay, I'm catching up. 1 second. So overall, we are on supply because we are at a downtrend. I see supply 1840 on the 5 minute. The 1 minute goes too fast for me. Do you have prop or live account? Okay. All right. So a couple questions to answer. Queen Ernisha. So the 45 second is the time frame that I use when I'm like when I'm close to my level. So once I get to that level, I'm looking for incremental changes with the candlesticks, and it works great if you have good volatility, but it's not the greatest when you're in markets like this where there's not a lot of volume. So that's why I use it. Go revert back to the training that I put together on zone syncing, and then that might explain some things, but I plan on going into that stuff in more depth with the Leviathans going forward. But I mean, I can talk to you about it, no problem. The 1 minute goes too fast. Yes. Do I have a prop or live? I have both. Y'all just see me trade 20 accounts. So it was one account, but I was copy trading 20 accounts. I was down as much as $20, and I ended the day green. I think like $10, $15, $20 or something like that. I made some mistakes, but I was speaking to those. Y'all just didn't hear me, so my apologies. I'm still paper trading futures on TV or TradingView. I'm taking notes. I'll be listening to if I had audio. I'm so sorry, y'all. Think I will get a live account and trade micros when I'm ready. Oh, you many notes now? I'm not doing that. I need to hear the words and follow along. Yes, I'm thinking the same. It appears profitable. Also, it does eat your lunch money. Yes. I'm almost caught up, y'all. We can scalp intraday. I don't plan to hold with small live accounts. Yeah, so Queen Ernisha, you said it's hard for you to trade at work during the New York session, too busy. This is why Leviathan tier actually exists too, because we will be trading in between the hours. Just so you know. Can I hear you, or is it me? Yes, Evan is me. Me neither. He is focused now. Don't look at the chat. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat at all. I've gotten comfortable at holding a few swings, but they make me nervous. So much volatility now. Okay, the eye on the tiger. Did good a few lift options. I need more options at yeah, Ernisha Queen, like you just started swing trading. I know, like based on what I know about you, that's like the perfect thing for you. So feel free to just go scroll through the live rapid fire or the rapid fire channel, and then just find plays there. Levels never die, right? And then of course, if you are in the app, you do get a discount as a Megalodon to get access to all of those tickers and those swing trades that are organized, and you can search all of my plays just by the ticker itself. Cheaper, not cheesier. I knew what you meant. How do you mainly trade? That I mainly trade supply demand. If you're talking to me, Queen, and what you just seen is not normally like how things go. I was ready to pull the trigger like on my phone, and I could have traded on my phone and caught all of that move. from a particular level, but because of me getting situated, loading up, stuff like that, I kind of got caught in the chop a little bit there, just because of where I was on the chart. So I was more comfortable going really aggressive at that blue dash line you've seen, but then as I went up, right, there wasn't really clean confirmations, and or my levels was just slightly off where I wouldn't get filled on the retracement. So I set up the intent to swing, but if I need, yes, exactly. So Roll Life, what he's talking about, Roll Life says I set up with intent to swing, but if I see profit, I'm taking it. So essentially that is what I try to teach here. Have a swing trader. You can be a day trader with the swing trader's mindset. That's the whole thing. So if you go in with the intentions to swing trade, great, you're actually doing very well for yourself. And then if you just happen to get that 90% or home run in that same day, then take your profits, right? But if you don't, and you know there's more meat on the bone, then at least you know that, it's set up for a swing trade anyway, so you can let it breathe. So that list is for swing trades. I always look at as daily, but you still have to check the price. Yes. So when you guys see any breakdown for my trades, and you see like an entry, a take profit target, stop loss, like everything's broken down, those are technically swing trades, or designed swing trades. And then of course, if you hop in, you just happen to come up in the same day, then you're treated like a swing trade, but you came up in the same day. So, right. MNQ is on a steady uptrend on the 5-minute. I see new demand form twice. Yes, no break and retest for confirmation, but it's moving up. Yes. Swing, in my opinion, are based on your time frames, and higher the longer hold. Yes. Queen Fee is correct. I try at least 2 weeks, and I get as close to the strike that I can afford. Just about any play cables be a swing, and you don't have to select the contract listed. You might find a different one. Yes. Okay. I'm almost caught up. I look out, and if the technicals look good, I look out. I look 1 to 5 for entry. So he's talking about $1 to $5 from the price of the stock in relation to the strike price of the contract. Do you use for your swings? What TF? By the way, Queen Ernasia, like when you said TF, I thought you meant the F, right? So I ended up reading it like that. So does TF? Are you saying trading format? Like what's TF for you? Yeah, good entries for swings are daily or weekly. I love swings, but these people in office be acting up. Queen Fee, you're 100% right. There ain't nothing worse than trading at work, and then somebody comes in and they trying to have a conversation with you. You don't even talk to them like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm in the swing now for AAL. Okay. I'm almost there. Okay, 2 weeks or so. So isn't that long either. Thanks everyone. I would definitely start doing that. Yeah, no. Swing trades can be the next day. It could be a week from now. It could be a month from now. Then you're looking at leaps when you start talking about like a year out. But in reality, I mean, just by verbiage, like, so the definition of a leap is 1 year, right? However, we refer to contracts with 1 to 3 months of a DTE essentially as leap options, because a swing is like the next day or a couple days, but technically a month out is a swing trade. So but we just say leap because it's longer than most people hold contracts for. Rel done made a loop of plays. Yes, I did make a loop of plays. LOI, no, I need a private office. I'm afraid to get into intraday. Yes, it's happened to me, Queen. It's happened to me. So just so you know though, if you do want to intraday trade and you're at work and you're kind of like nervous or whatever, or you're just fearful that somebody's gonna, come in and mess up your trading, then just if you're using Weeble, you can set a stop take loss entry, right? So where you predetermine your stop loss and take profit targets, and you just let it sit. And if you get distracted with work or whatever, and it hits either target, then hey, you did your job. You manage your risk, and then you also set your stop loss. I mean, you also have a take profit target. So if you can go out as far as you can, I would say try to stay within $5 of current price, unless, yes, good advice for life. For me, Queen Ernisha, essentially with contract selection, I'm looking to select a take profit target or something within my take profit target range as my strike price, just so you know. I did get into another play. I think the green is entry and red is stop. Yes. Boy, he got some questions to answer. We were trying to leave sign language almost. All right, time frame. I'm caught up. Put a 1 in the chat if you still got me. I'm caught up. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still with me, everybody. God. Okay. All right. So my bad for going silent. I know not what I do. I don't know how that happened, but I probably should have checked it. But I literally was talking you through everything I was doing, what I screwed up, what I was thinking when I made a decision. I made like 2 bad decisions. I was talking about how my risk reward was kind of out of whack on two of the trades I chose to play. I told you like where my P&L was, and just so y'all know, I was copy trading 20 accounts. So that was kind of stressful, right? Because that's 20 accounts that I'm trading live. You don't see the 20 accounts, but I know it's 20 accounts. But I finished green, so I'll take it. I passed an account today, so that'll be funded. Well, full disclosure, I did screw up yesterday quite badly. The market got the best of me, and I just didn't walk away on one of my accounts, so I don't feel too good about it, but Hakuna Matata, right? All right, so now that I'm caught up, I can go back to the chart and walk you through, like real quickly, everything that kind of just transpired while I was live trading. Is that something that y'all would want to see? Or are we just good with the Q&A right here? Ball's in your court, but I'm here for Q&A. Wow, if I stayed into that dang call option, and then it came down to retest my level and then just took off. This is why you don't move your stop loss. Wow, that was a fire play. See, yep, this is where Rel beats himself up. I'm not even gonna show y'all that chart. All right, any questions? I'm fresh from work. and I just hopped on. I was gonna do some tax stuff, and I said, you know what? I prefer to trade and go live with y'all. We will have volume on the replay. Nope, you will not have the volume on the replay because it was not recorded with sound, unfortunately. So I'm so sorry. My mic was muted the whole time. So this is likely just going to be deleted. But hopefully you guys were able to kind of follow along like a silent movie. You see me identify supply and demand. You see me identify double distribution on the volume profile. You see me work the QVP, and like I was highlighting absorption in buyers, sellers. You see me show you a sandwiched supply and demand zone, and you see me draw the range in the chop that I suspected of the zone. You also see me draw out an example of a break out of the supply zone in a test, or a retest the top of that supply zone before the takeoff. So you see me kind of draw up these predictive moves. So hopefully like that was all making sense. Like I feel like it should have been easy to follow along without dialogue based on what I was doing on a visual basis. You see me draw the ascending channel with the ascending line of resistance and ascending line of supports. You see me draw up the buy side imbalances. You see me highlight key levels. You see me draw up a key level for a take profit target. You see me show you a 1.3 R, which was a bad trade for me based on where I got in. So I was demonstrating how this trade was bad because the risk reward was whack, right? So that's why I showed you the risk reward ratio from when we were inside the imbalanced zone. And then yeah, I think I broke it all down, and where we are currently, kind of upset to even show y'all, but I'll show you where we are. But my play took off, and I kind of fumbled the bag, right? So I drew this up, and originally my entry was on this bullish momentum, right? And I said I was going to set my stop loss here below the imbalance. And sure enough, we came back down and retest, and we rode this wave all the way up to right here. Okay, once we hit here, actually right here, I started to see the rejection near my take profit target. So I tightened my stop loss to like a 10 points, and this was like a 55-point move. Okay, so tightened my stop loss, and then this thing fell all the way down. And while this was falling down, I was like, good thing I set my stop. Right, but by then I had already stopped out of 2 contracts, and I had just a runner that was left up here that kind of caught the entire move. So during that time, y'all didn't hear me, but I was saying, like technically my stop was here, and I shouldn't have moved my stop loss because I already took profit on 2 contracts, and I was supposed to leave a runner so my play can play out the way it was intended. And the play was intended to play out by touching my take profit target of 195. And then if rather or not it confirmed above or below, it's going to determine, whether or not you stay in or not. So obviously we bullish momentum through, and I missed this entire move, right? Because I did call that if we were to take this level, that we were headed to my max take profit target of 221. So I kind of messed that up. All in all, with all this that was done during this live stream, if I played it properly, right? If I played it how I was supposed to, from when we entered, we should have been, we would have been in here, right? Because, and I said that we were bullish once we crossed this level. You didn't hear it, but that's what I was indicating. And then this right here was the top of my trading zone. So this at minimum, right? This at minimum would have been a 5R, right? Now we actually swept through this level, so I would have taken profits here more than likely, just because it is what it is, right? But then once you take this level, then that means I'm in a new territory, and then my max take profit target would have been here. If I held on, that was a 29R. Even if I got out early and took it to this take profit target, that was a 14R. And if I took it as an early take profit target, then that would have been a 7R. So regardless of the fact, I left money on the table and I failed to execute the way I should have. And part of that is being too close to the candles, like, so too close to the noise with the 45 seconds versus kind of zooming out. But let me get rid of this stuff now though. Well, hopefully, I mean, you were able to pick up on something and it made sense in some respect. So, but I want you to see that on the 5 minute, I mean, there's really nothing, like, based on how I trade, there's really nothing that would have said, oh, let's just hop into calls, except for me knowing that we crossed this point. And then the other indication would have been crossing above VWAP. So if I can't trade supply demand on like a 5 minute, 15 minute with clear indication, then I would have to rely on the 45 second, but also pay attention to some of these things, like some of these indicators like EMAs, right? So like, for instance, the 20-day is the green line, the 200-day is the red line. So this was convergence, right? So once you see this kind of interaction happens, then that's a sign that you're bullish, right? And you ride this wave until it's not respected any longer, right? But then you cross this level and you cross these highs, and then there's another example of why you should still be bullish. So I sold myself short on this play, and I walked out with very little in comparison to what I could have had. Okay. Hopefully y'all heard all of that. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard it, because my mouth is dry and I'm about to get off. That's a sad time though, because that's a big move that I definitely did not take full advantage of. But I mean, I hope y'all see. So this is technically something I would do for Leviathans, just walking them through these things. Like, so is session A, B, and C. A is dialing or talking about, you know, the topic, right? And then B is executing, like rather as replays or live trading, and then speaking to session A while executing, right? So you can, so it's different stages of learning, right? So we can learn by reading, we can learn by writing, we can learn by hearing, we can learn by seeing, right? And then we can learn by doing. So the premise behind the Leviathan tier is to first educate. So you'll have the visual, the audible, right? And then you'd have like light Q&A. So then we'll be able to talk about it. Then from there, you get to see it in action, right? Then you get to see the execution side of things. and then how what we just discussed in session A translates live and actively in the market in session B. Okay, and then session C is more of the Q&A and then a recap. Rather I did good or bad or whatever. It's just a matter of what did we learn, right? So that is kind of the going to be the flow of the Leviathan tier. Just so all the megalodons know, it's only 5 people here, but hopefully it makes sense. Um, but yeah, I think my daughter's last dance practice or dance competition is next weekend. Therefore, that's why the plan is to start running the Leviathan stuff on the week of February 8th. Okay, it gives me some time to polish some things too. So, um, but yeah, any questions? Okay. If there's no questions, everybody, then I'm going to take off. If you are trading, like let's say you're trading futures right now, you, I mean, you can play off of the EMA, but you have to be careful with where we are. You have a double top showing right now. You're bouncing off the EMA. However, you are really close to a take profit target, which is also a chop zone of 221.50, right? So just be careful right there. That's just really close, too tight. Um, where is that? That's just really tight. So just be careful, be mindful. Um, but your stop loss would be like pretty much bearish momentum below the 21-day EMA, and it's on the 45 second. And as of right now, like it's a double top showing. You're seeing some bearish momentum kick in, but still not a lot of volume. But still something I wouldn't be touching personally. Yes, this is current levels for MNQ. Yeah, go ahead and take a screenshot if you want. Um, but yeah, you'll know about me that like my charts are consistent across the board. Um, rather it's options, stocks, or futures, whatever doesn't matter. Uh, I don't know what you're talking about. I deleted all the demand zones because it was intraday, and that's just noise on my chart that I don't want. But I can give you a couple of them though. Like one is right here. Demand zone is an intraday demand zone here at let me paint that purple. Um, 188.75 is a demand zone. That's the top of it. And then the bottom of it is at 185.25. So that's not the nearest one. I guess the nearest one right now is this hammer that's showing, and then this would be if because I assume you're probably looking for points of entry. So these would be your your demand zones. But now you have a supply formed. Uh, Technically, I like this one better, but so now you have supply formed. Supply zone. And then supply zone is formed here. But look, you're bouncing off of this. You're likely going to go to target up here. But currently, how this is working out, it's showing a symmetrical system as of right now. Actually, this is a pennant, so this is bullish. This is a bullish pattern, okay? This is called a pennant. So you might get one more down here, a fake breakdown before it comes up. You might see something like this on a pennant. But typically it does just break out, but I guess you'll have to wait and see. But we do have, what do you call this? You have a buy side imbalance. So this is more likely to push up right here. Yeah. So boom. It did not follow this. It just went straight out. So it'll either find support here or it'll shoot through. Or it'll respect the top of the supply zone. But typically, this breakout happens. Your take profit target is pretty much top of this right here. But thanks so much. I normally mark mine intraday. Yep. Yeah, so just so you know, like, that's not a bad thing. I mean, mine are marked intraday, but it's more like based on the color palette than anything. So like I can go here and then I'll say my intraday supply zone is just highlighted in yellow. That's the only difference, right? So it's an identifier. Same here. My intraday demand zone, I just have it highlighted in yellow and it's a different color. So when you guys are reading my charts, that's what you might see. Now, if this is like a swing trade, then it'll look like this, because that means that I found the demand zone or the supply zone on an hour plus time frame or more. So that typically means that it's a stronger zone than an intraday zone. So that's what that means. And then just so you can see what my supply zone looks like, darker white outline. This is my supply and demand zone on a longer time frame. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you so much. I gave you kudos. I don't know if you heard, but shout out to you for being a member for as long as you have been. I really appreciate your support. Everybody here, like, look at your icons. You guys are goated at this point. You've been here for a long time. I'm hoping that you're learning still, and I'm hoping that you're growing. You may not be making the money that you want to make at this point of your trading career, but just know that it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I still don't make the money that I want to make, but I'm aware, like I know what I have to do, but there's also, for me, there's other things that kind of get in the way of my trading, right? And those are personal reasons. Those are things, that's something that I have to deal with. But there's a reason why Rel is a very conservative trader. And until I kind of break that mold and I can be a more aggressive, smart aggressive, right? Then I won't hit this millionaire dollar until that's fixed. Essentially, like when I go aggressive, my emotions are still something that I have to work on. Emotions are fine if I'm trading light. That's because there's no ties to the dollar amount. And in reality, when you're trading, your emotions shouldn't change from when you trade $10 versus if you traded $1,000, right? Like it shouldn't be, you shouldn't feel different, right? The trade is the trade. So until myself, right, I know what to do, but at the same time, like this is me on my journey, y'all. Like this is what I keep telling like everybody, and this is why I keep it 100% with everybody. I still am flawed as a trader, right? I know where my weaknesses are, and I know what I need to work on. But me knowing that and being able to speak to it, it just positions me to help you all not make those same mistakes or get stuck or trapped into those same habits as I've been kind of conditioned in at this point. Like, so my operating system kind of is out of whack, and I'm kind of going through this reprogramming phase where I need to be cool, calm, collected, no matter what size I'm trading. Because like today, here's a good example. Bank of America, I hit 145%. I only had a couple contracts, but the other day, I forgot what I was trading, but it was a lot more expensive, and I lost 30-40% on that, and a lot of it was because I was held on too long. I was holding on to hope, right? You don't want to take an L, right? It's just a mental thing. But the problem is, and this is something that I speak to too, is the consistency basis and acceptance. We need to trade the same way every time, right? Because, for example, if I traded, so when I took a big L, I took a big L on, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Netflix, because it was like a 0 DTE on Friday. When I took that L, I was right, but then I held too long, whatever. The market decided to trade sideways. But when I took that L, like I wasn't necessarily wrong, but I didn't give myself enough time. And that's shame on me. But the reason why I entered where I did, it was valid. It made total sense. But pretty much similar setup for Bank of America, or similar scope to what my strategy is. I went light, right? I went super light, and instead of going really heavy like I normally would, or like I should have, right? And that's something that I need to get over, right? So, man, that was 150% gain. And if I was the aggressive version of me, man, that would have been a couple stacks of a win, right? But my problem is that I'm not aggressive when I'm supposed to be aggressive, and that's an inconsistency that I need to work on. So that's my share. that's my transparent talk. Hopefully y'all can appreciate that. But yeah, if it's something that turns you off of me, then I totally understand. But I got to keep it a buck always. So this is real. This is real. So, and if I can't be 100% me, then none of this works. None of this works. So, all right. I think we're good. If y'all have any questions, let me know in the Discord. I will be working on a couple things tonight, app related, and you guys have the plays already for the week. So check those out, and then look to the app for other plays. If you guys want to be a Leviathan, please do sign up for it. We're looking for more members. If you want a discount on that, then just go ahead and go into your settings on the app, and then scroll down until you see request role sync. Sorry. And then you sync your role, and then you'll see a discounted price. Now, the discounted price is an optional choice. So you can choose to pay the discount, or you can choose to pay the full price. But essentially, y'all, like, I think it's super cheap because you're getting the app essentially included with all of those features. So it's kind of like, if you wanna price it out, you're paying essentially $50 for the Leviathan if you take into account the app cost or app expense. So, and when I did that math, I wasn't too happy with myself. So, because that's well below what I charge for one-on-one sessions and content like this. So. All love, JC. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I will see y'all later. Hit me in the Discord with questions. Take care.
Yeah. I came up out the shadows with a pain that never settled. Had to wrestle with the demons in my chest like they were metal. Every step another lesson, every failure made me special. I was built inside a furnace, pressure cooked me in a level. At the level I ain't never seen before, but now I'm stepping like I'm in it. Had to move without a mender, had to hustle independent. All these nights I sacrificed, all these mornings reinvented. Woke up hungry, woke up stressed, but still I rose.